Richmond is the UK's best-selling sausage brand, bought by millions of British families every single week. But the pork content in a Richmond sausage is just 42%, less than half. The rest is water, rusk, and a list of additives that reads like a chemistry textbook. Today, we're exposing exactly what's inside a Richmond sausage, why the recipe has changed, and what you should be buying instead. The truth is going to make you put the pack down and never pick it up again. Let's get straight into it. Let's start with the number that should be on every Richmond advertisement but never will be. 42% pork. In a product called a pork sausage. A product that's been in British fridges for generations. A product that millions of parents cook for their children's tea without a second thought. 42% pork means that 58% of what you're eating is something other than the meat the product is named after. So what fills the remaining 58%? Water is the second ingredient after pork. Then comes pork fat, which is listed separately from the pork content, suggesting the 42% pork figure refers to lean pork meat and the fat is additional. Then rusk, which is essentially breadcrumbs, a cheap filler that bulks out the sausage without adding meaningful nutrition. Then a parade of additives including dextrose, which is sugar, stabilizers, antioxidants, and flavor enhancers. You're eating a product that's more filler than meat, more water than substance, and more additive than ingredient. And you're paying sausage prices for it. Let's talk about the water content specifically, because this is where the financial deception becomes most obvious. Richmond sausages contain added water as a significant component of their recipe. That water serves two purposes. First, it keeps the sausages moist during cooking, which sounds beneficial until you understand the second purpose. It increases the weight of the product. You're paying per kilogram for Richmond sausages. Every gram of added water is a gram of product weight that costs Richmond virtually nothing to add, but that you're paying meat prices for. Cook a Richmond sausage and watch what happens in the pan. The amount of liquid that releases during cooking is alarming. That liquid is the added water leaving the sausage. The sausage shrinks dramatically. What started as a plump, substantial-looking sausage becomes noticeably smaller. You're watching your money evaporate into the pan. One customer measured their Richmond sausages before and after cooking and found they lost approximately 30% of their weight during cooking. That's 30% of what you paid for releasing as steam and pan liquid. A pack of Richmond sausages that costs £3 is effectively delivering £2.10 worth of cooked food. The rest is water you paid meat prices for. Now, let's address the rusk issue, because this is where Richmond's recipe reveals its priorities most clearly. Rusk is dried, ground bread. It's one of the cheapest ingredients in food manufacturing. It's used in sausages as a filler and binder, absorbing water and fat to create a cohesive texture while reducing the amount of expensive meat needed. Richmond uses rusk extensively. The rusk content, combined with the water content, means that a significant proportion of every Richmond sausage is essentially wet bread. That wet bread has a specific texture when cooked. It's soft, slightly spongy, and lacks the firm, meaty bite that a high-quality sausage should have. The texture of a Richmond sausage is the texture of rusk and water held together with stabilizers, not the texture of properly minced pork. Multiple butchers have commented on this. One said, "Richmond sausages have the texture of a sausage-flavored bread roll." That's not an exaggeration. The rusk content is high enough that the bread texture dominates the eating experience. Let's talk about the flavor enhancers, because this is where Richmond's recipe becomes genuinely concerning for health-conscious families. Richmond sausages contain flavor enhancers, including monosodium glutamate and various nucleotides. These are there because the pork content is too low and the filler content is too high to create genuine pork flavor through meat alone. The flavor enhancers trick your brain into perceiving more savory depth than the actual ingredients deliver. This is the same technology used in ultra-processed snack foods to make them more palatable and more addictive than their actual ingredient quality would justify. Then there's the salt content. A single Richmond sausage contains approximately 0.8 grams of salt. A typical serving of 2 sausages gives you 1.6 grams of salt, which is 27% of your daily recommended intake. For children, who are the primary consumers of Richmond sausages given the brand's family-friendly marketing, that salt level is even more concerning. The NHS recommends children aged 7 to 10 consume no more than 5 grams of salt per day. 2 Richmond sausages give them 32% of that limit before they've eaten anything else. But what makes the salt content particularly problematic is its purpose. That salt isn't there for flavor in the traditional sense. It's there to mask the lack of genuine pork flavor that comes from having only 42% pork in your sausage. Salt and flavor enhancers are doing the work that meat should be doing. Now let's address the stabilizers, because most people don't know what they are or why they're in their sausages. Richmond contains stabilizers including diphosphates and triphosphates. These are phosphate compounds that serve multiple functions in processed meat products. They help retain water in the meat, which increases the weight of the product. They improve the texture of the rusk and water mixture, making it more cohesive. And they extend shelf life by inhibiting bacterial growth. The phosphate content of processed meat products has been the subject of increasing scientific scrutiny. Research has suggested that high dietary phosphate intake may be associated with cardiovascular risk, particularly in people with kidney concerns. The European Food Safety Authority has reviewed phosphate additives in food and noted that cumulative exposure from multiple processed food sources warrants attention. Richmond sausages are not the only source of phosphates in most people's diets, but for families eating Richmond sausages regularly, combined with other processed foods that contain phosphate additives, the cumulative exposure is worth considering. One nutritionist said, "The phosphate content of products like Richmond is one of the reasons I recommend limiting processed meat consumption, particularly for children." That's a professional recommendation based on the actual ingredient list of the product you're buying. Let's talk about what Richmond's ownership means for the product you're buying. Richmond is owned by Kerry Foods, a massive Irish food corporation that also owns Denny, Galty, and numerous other processed meat brands. Kerry Foods is a publicly traded company with shareholders who expect returns. Those returns come from managing ingredient costs, which means keeping pork content at the minimum level that maintains consumer acceptance, maximizing water and filler content to increase weight without increasing cost, and using flavor technology to compensate for reduced meat quality. This isn't speculation, it's the standard operating model of large processed food corporations. The 42% pork content in Richmond sausages is not an accident or an oversight. It's a calculated decision made by food technologists and financial analysts working together to find the minimum pork content that still produces a product people will buy. Every percentage point of pork that's replaced with water or rusk improves the profit margin. Richmond has found their number. It's 42%. If you're finding this investigation valuable and questioning what you've been feeding your family, hit that like button and subscribe to UK Food Exposed. We're exposing what's really in British food so you can make genuinely informed choices. Now let's talk about what's changed over time and what you should actually be buying. Richmond sausages haven't always been 42% pork. Former employees and food industry analysts have noted that the pork content in Richmond sausages has declined over the decades as Kerry Foods has optimized the recipe for profit. In the 1980s and 1990s, Richmond sausages had a noticeably different texture and flavor, suggesting higher meat content. The gradual reduction in pork content has been implemented slowly enough that most consumers haven't consciously noticed the change. Each reduction is small. A percentage point here, a slight increase in water content there. But the cumulative effect over 30 years is a product that's fundamentally different from what it was when the brand built its reputation. This is the same pattern we've seen with Heinz beans, with Cadbury chocolate, with Bisto gravy. Trusted brands gradually degrading quality while maintaining pricing and relying on brand loyalty to prevent consumer defection. Richmond has executed this strategy with particular success because sausages are a product that most people buy on autopilot. You don't scrutinize the ingredient list of a product you've been buying for 20 years. Richmond is counting on that autopilot behavior to protect their profit margins. Let's address the marketing because the gap between Richmond's advertising and Richmond's reality is extraordinary. Richmond markets itself as the sausage that families love. The advertising shows happy families, children eating enthusiastically, the suggestion of wholesome, satisfying food. The packaging uses warm colors and friendly imagery. The brand positioning is entirely built on family trust and emotional connection. But the product inside that packaging is 42% pork, significant water content, Rusk filler, flavor enhancers, phosphate stabilizers, and enough salt to give a child a third of their daily limit in 2 sausages. The marketing is doing work that the ingredients cannot justify. One advertising analyst said, "Richmond's marketing is a masterclass in emotional branding over product quality. They're selling the feeling of a family sausage rather than the reality of what's in the pack." That's exactly right. You're not buying a quality sausage. You're buying a marketing campaign that makes you feel like you're buying a quality sausage. Now let's talk about what you should actually be buying, because this investigation isn't just about exposing Richmond, it's about giving you better options. The first and best option is your local butcher. A proper butcher's sausage contains 80% or more pork, natural casings, simple seasoning, and nothing else. The pork content is visible in the texture, the color, and the cooking behavior. A proper sausage doesn't release lakes of water in the pan. It doesn't shrink dramatically. It browns properly because the meat content is high enough to develop the Maillard reaction that creates genuine flavor. It tastes of pork because it's mostly pork. The price is higher, typically £4 to £6 per 400 grams compared to Richmond's £3, but you're getting twice the meat content and none of the fillers. The value calculation is completely different when you account for what you're actually eating. If you must buy supermarket sausages, look for products with pork content above 70%. Heck, sausages contain 97% pork and are available in most major supermarkets. They cost more than Richmond, but deliver incomparably better nutrition and flavor. Waitrose own brand sausages contain 80% pork. Sainsbury's Taste the Difference range contains 75% pork. These are still supermarket products with some additives, but the meat content is dramatically higher than Richmond's 42%. Here's the calculation that should change how you think about Richmond sausages forever. A pack of Richmond sausages costs approximately £3 for 400 grams. The pork content is 42%, meaning you're getting approximately 168 grams of actual pork. That's £17.86 per kilogram of actual pork. A pack of Heck sausages costs approximately £3.50 for 400 grams. The pork content is 97%, meaning you're getting approximately 388 grams of actual pork. That's £9.02 per kilogram of actual pork. Richmond is nearly twice as expensive per gram of actual meat as Heck. You're paying a premium for water, rusk, and flavor enhancers. The brand that markets itself as family value is delivering the worst value per gram of actual nutrition of almost any sausage on the market. One parent who switched from Richmond to Heck said, "I thought I was saving money buying Richmond. Then I did the maths and realized I was paying more for less meat. Haven't bought Richmond since." That's the Richmond lie in its simplest form. The appearance of value masking the reality of poor value. Here's the uncomfortable truth that this investigation reveals. Richmond has built one of Britain's most successful food brands on a product that contains less than half actual meat, uses cheap fillers and water to make up the weight, relies on flavor technology to compensate for inadequate meat content, and markets itself as a family staple while delivering nutrition that no nutritionist would recommend for regular family consumption. The brand's success is a testament to the power of marketing, the effectiveness of autopilot purchasing behavior, and the willingness of a major food corporation to prioritize profit over the health of the families who trust them. Every time you buy Richmond, you're telling Kerry Foods that 42% pork is acceptable, that water and rusk are acceptable fillers in a product called a pork sausage, that flavor enhancers and phosphate stabilizers belong in your children's tea. But when you buy from your local butcher, or when you choose Heck or another high-meat content alternative, you're voting for real food. You're saying that a sausage should be mostly meat, that your family deserves better than 42%. The British public deserves honest sausages made with proper pork content, simple ingredients, and pricing that reflects actual value rather than marketing investment. So check your fridge tonight. If you've got Richmond, cook them and use them up. But next time you need sausages, walk past the Richmond shelf. Find your local butcher or buy Heck. Your family will taste the difference immediately, and you'll wonder why you ever settled for 42%. If you found this investigation helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to UK Food Exposed. We're holding food brands accountable so British families can make genuinely informed choices. Thanks for watching, and remember, demand real sausages, not water and rusk, with a famous label.